Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Here's something you don't see often. A pastor giving back to the community. Yeah, fam. We got a pastor caught in the act of being benevolent. Yeah, he actually helped a guy who was in need. Or was the guy really in need? Check it out.
Hey, sir.
How you doing?
I don't remember the last time I had something to eat.
Let me pray for you. We speak of life concerning him this morning. Are you going to be with us this morning or hang out with us this morning?
Oh, you're preaching?
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
I'm going with you. Let's go. What do you like? Burritos, tacos?
Oh, sure. Just a burrito is good.
And French fries?
Order fries?
Order fries. I can get you shelter. That's small. What is your need besides that? What is your greatest need right now that you would need to be met?
Can you hold this for a second? I'm actually not homeless. I was seeing the first person to be kind enough to help me. I have $500 for you.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Is that
You'll be
going to...
surprised what this means to me. The church, it's coming along okay, but I still work.
Yeah.
76 years old, and I'll buy stuff at the yard sale and sell just to supplement income for my home.
This is my friend Phil Wickham.
Hi, I'm Phil. $5,000 more that we just want to say. God loves you and He sees you, and He's Emmanuel in all moments.
Phil Wickham.
I ain't got no problem with that. Oh, yeah, man, warms my heart. I almost cried, but it wasn't gangster, so I held it in. But anyway, fam, ain't there something? He sees the pastor. He asked him for some food. He said, I hadn't eaten in a few days. The pastor said, yeah, man, come on in. What you want? Get him some food, comes back out. He waits on the pastor to come out, and he tells the pastor, look, man, I'm actually not homeless. I'm all right, and I want to give you $500. Gave the pastor $500, which the pastor was grateful, beyond grateful for that already. But then he turns around and introduces his buddy. He said, yeah, this is my friend. And the friend said, I got 5,000 more for you. And the pastor said, man, you just don't know. You just don't know how badly I need this and how much this could do. I ain't got no problem with that, fam. I could give 1,000 claps for that because that's what we're looking for, man. That's how we want our pastors to be. Like serving the people for real. The world is off its axis right now, and people are looking for any sign of hope. And I'm not just talking about in the US, fam. All around the world, the superpowers have decided they want more for themselves. So Russia is invading, United States is invading, and China is invading. They all want more. But this right here, fam, we just gonna stop and recognize and salute. I do not know who this guy is. I've seen him a few times. I promise you the next time I see this dude somewhere, I'm gonna make sure I follow him. And I will know his name the next time around. But this guy is a very generous man. He always giving back. He goes around and he acts like a bum. He's always asking people for money. And when people show generosity, he oftentimes show them 100 times more generosity, 1,000 times more generosity. And it's a beautiful thing to witness because it reminds you that there are good people out there. I think, and we know that because I think that's what keeps a lot of us going is because, there are good people out there. We see so much bad and wickedness on a daily basis. Oftentimes, it makes people feel hopeless. Like, yo, man, this world is going to hell in a handbasket and ain't no way to stop it. I want to get off, but the only way to get off is to, kind of nick it, right? And so, you try to hold on, man. Hold on for dear life. We see a lot of, what do they call those? MAGA church pastors? Mega church. MAGA. Yeah, MAGA and MAGA, But yeah, we see a lot of mega church pastors who are just self-absorbed. They're all about self. It's all about their diamonds and their suits and their excursions and their planes and helicopters and how big their church is and all of this stuff. That pastor appeared to be one of those pastors that have a very small congregation that does not pay enough tithes to pay the bills because he said he has a side job, He has a job. I don't know if it's a side job. It's probably a full-time job. And he's a pastor also. I know a pastor like that. He has a full-time job, but he's also a pastor. But he has to have that full-time job or he'd have to shut the church down. His salary pays for the church, most of the church's bills. That's dedication to me, fam. I don't care what you say about it. That's dedication. I know ain't nobody perfect, but when I see pastors doing stuff like that, that's a beautiful thing. I'm talking about my homeboy right now, man. Bishop Ronald Hopes in Houston. Inner Peace Cathedral Church. Inner Peace Cathedral Church. Yeah, man. During COVID, he gave each of his members, this is a small church now, fam. Keep in mind, it's a small church where the tithes alone don't pay the bills. He's digging in his pocket to pay bills. He gave each one of his members I think either $200 or $500, something like that. But that's significant to give back anything for pastors, man. Look, fam, I know pastors that ain't never gave the congregation nothing. Ain't never gave them nothing but an envelope to stuff, a love envelope, and a builder's fund envelope, and a pastor's anniversary envelope, and a first lady anniversary envelope, and it's gimme. And for to come across a pastor that's giving back, that's a beautiful thing. So after they give this guy $5,500, they join him at church. They're in church getting their, what would they call your gospel on? You can tell I don't go to church. But yeah, I know enough lingo to know. I've been to church enough. I used to go to church all the time. I used to sit on the front row. I guess that's why, maybe that's why I don't go too much. I don't like it too much because I used to be forced to sit on the front row. My goddaddy, my godfather was a Baptist minister. So I used to be forced to go to his church and sit on the front row, and a lot of y'all don't know. Now, hold on, I'm not going to tell y'all that part. I'm going to say that for the book. Got to say something for the book. Can't tell y'all everything. But man, that was beautiful. That was beautiful to see. So often we see these pastors caught up in scandals. And what's going on with these pastors shooting their mistresses and pastors getting shot and killing their wives and the wives killing the pastors? I never heard of stuff like that growing up. You might hear about the pastor messing around with one of the sisters or something, but other than that, you didn't hear about the pastor getting caught up in a gambling scandal. pastor going to jail for extortion, pistol whipping the deacon. You know, these pastors today are wild. You didn't hear stories about the pastor coming out and saying, you know, I'm a trans, or walking out on the, you know, on the platform with high heel shoes on and a skirt, and, you know, these pastors today. But I knew that was coming, fam. I knew that was coming. The moment, I'm gonna tell you what I knew. The moment they took God out of the schools. I'm not saying you gotta choose a certain religion or anything like that, but when they make moves like that, it's never really the better society. It's always to hurt, to hinder, and to gain more control. Where it looks like, watch this. Oftentimes in this country, they'll pass laws to make it look like we're gaining some type of freedom, or protection. But what it really is us signing over what little rights we have left. That's what be going on. And we can't see it because, you know, we're just a very naive people. And when I say people, I'm talking about Americans. Very naive, very gullible. Don't like to admit it. You know, Americans like to pretend to be strong all the time and got it all together. And you know they don't have it all together when they're following the leadership and commands of Donald Trump. Your president. Yeah, man. Hate to bring his name up during a time like this, but it's hard not to, because if that dude really was hungry, it would probably be because of Donald Trump's policies. That's right, I said it. I know y'all didn't like it, but I said it anyway, because I just don't give a. You hear what I'm saying? But hey, man, more power to the pastor, more power to the generous guys who dropped that bag on the pastor. May they continue to prosper in whatever area of business or ventures that they are pursuing. And may that church grow, grow, grow. Love it, man. No more talk.